When we drew earlier today, I was so excited to hear that I hadn't drawn the first card, and I rubbed it into my fellow finalists a little bit, so I guess this is karma then, right? And Bill also told us beforehand that nobody remembers a silver medalist, so don't believe all that sweet stuff. If I ask you to raise your hand, if I ask you if your organization considers organizational fit and person-job fit when making hiring decisions, I imagine that every single one of you would raise your hand. But if you're like the hundreds of HR practitioners that I meet with each year, if I ask you to define that in sort of concrete, widely applicable terms, you'd struggle a little bit. The fact is that job seekers and organizations are looking for that perfect fit, but we approach it in sort of an I'll know it when I see it sort of gut feeling sort of way. So what we at Suited Jobs have tried to do is to package that, put that into a technology that will bring people together and create true fit. And a couple of reasons that we think our solution is excellent is that it's specific, it's user-generated, it's scientific, and it's actionable. When we approach a decision-making process, like a hiring decision, in an I know it when I'll see it sort of way, psychologists like myself could tell you that we're susceptible to all sorts of biases. Right? We tend to hire kind of people based on silly things like whether or not they look like us, whether or not we share some common struggles or common affinities, but it's a very sort of messy, haphazard process that can lead us to overlook diversity, to hire people with whom we're not going to have productive conflict, and to hire a group of yes people in a lot of cases. So what we at Suited Jobs have done is really dug into the research, and we are nerds, doctors first and foremost. And we have defined fit in two ways. The total fit score that we report out is a combination of person-job fit and person-culture fit. We defined person-culture fit like this by digging into the meta-analyses of what constitutes culture. And we've defined person-job fit using 35 widely applicable sorts of skill bases. What users then do, you're seeing some screenshots here, what users then do is they rank elements of their current job relative to elements of that same construct at a fictional dream job. So you'll see here, when we're asking about person-job fit, we might ask about the decision-making power someone has at their job. In their current job, they may not feel empowered to make decisions, and they may be looking for a job where that would be more the case. And we ask them to do the same thing with the organizational side. In terms of these 7 sort of pillars of what constitutes organizational fit, we ask them about things like warmth and autonomy and these sorts of things in terms of their culture. We ask where their culture is at and where they would like to be in terms of these different constructs. By mapping with an algorithm the distance between where they are and where they want to be, we're able to pair people with new jobs, we're able to give them a suggestion of how good a fit they are for their current job, and we're able to suggest both types of employment and companies where they might be a better fit or better suited. The second point is that it's user-generated. So often companies hire to a plaque on the wall. They hire to the culture that they want to have or the culture that's represented on the values that hang on the wall. But as you see here, this sounds like a nice place to work, but it's Enron, right? A lot of the times the plaque on the wall doesn't really represent the way it gets played out on the floor every day. So, Suited Jobs is defined by the people, the culture is defined by the people that live and breathe that culture every day, and it gets smarter and more dynamic with each new user that we add to our database. The next thing is that it's scientific. I'm a shrink, I do assessments all day, and I help to create this assessment tool, but this is not a personality assessment. Because what we found is that personality factors are often linked to things that are contextual, not job-related, and maybe legally suspect. So this is a measure of fit, which the research says is correlated to all kinds of things like job satisfaction, decreased stress, decreased turnover, and lowered intention to leave. Finally, this is actionable. There are tech products out there like Glassdoor that will give you a qualitative look at what it's like to work at a company, but you don't know how that links up with your specific values and your specific preferences. We will tell you quantitatively how good a fit you are and quantitatively where you would be better fit. Just a little bit, there's the logo, a little bit about the developer, myself, in terms of the assessment itself. One of Monster's 12 for 12. We have a small budget but very big brains and are taking a content marketing approach to this. We have over 100 blog posts in the queue, a number of white papers from industry leaders, and we are excited to be contributing to the social media dialogue and adding some knowledge to the base that's out there. In terms of the business case, the obvious application is matching people with jobs and matching people with cultures, but we feel that there are some awesome second-day applications like opt-in talent communities and opportunities for employer branding that exist here. So at Suited, we believe that fit happens, and we thank you so much for your kind attention today. Thank you.